Hey guys, Doc Vinyl here again. Playing a goodie and an oldie. She's playing away. Hope you like this one, a little Amontillado. Don't you know that I'm loving you? That song will go on forever and ever, as we all know. It goes forever and ever, so it just plays forever, which is great. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, I Am Butterfly. Now, today's show is going to be a little different. I'm going to show you. It's about my haul. I got a long haul today over at MAXJ and all around. I'm going to go through a collection of albums I got. I had to clean them. Oh, my God, it was a lot of work. A lot of work, but well worth it. A lot of cleaning, what have you. Now, the first one that was up for grabs, this is called the Long Haul. Great condition over at MAXJ. Found this. Cleaned it up, look at beautiful. I Am Butterfly, Atco, 1969, original pressing. Look at the Atco press. Pretty good stuff. I always love the original stuff because there's no argument that this was digital, because obviously they didn't have digital in 1969. So, and you really find it in this good shape. So John's got some good stuff. Gotta go over there and do some digging. But I have a lot down here. First I'm gonna start with my jazz, and then I'm gonna go through, this is what I call the long haul, probably about 40 or 50 albums all over the place. You're going to see my eclectic taste in music, obviously. But a couple of jazz ones over at John's. I got an old copy of Jazz Samba, Stan Getz and Charlie Bird. Great stuff on the original Verve, as you can see right here. Ah, beautiful. Great shape. Nice playing. Mono. Tough to get, in good shape, but good to go. Gotta know what you like. It's good stuff. Stan Getz has been really hot lately. Then I got, brand new, I couldn't resist, John had over there, Tone Poet. This is Art Blakey and Jazz Messenger's Witch Doctor. Ah, what an album. This is just amazing. I mean, just look at the guys on this. I mean, come on, all stars of jazz. Lee Morgan on trumpet, Wayne Shorter on sax, Bobby Timmons on piano, Jimmy Merritt on bass, and of course, Mr. Art Blakey on the drum kit. Ah, classic Jazz Messengers, early 60s. Beautiful recording, all done on Tone Poet. This is a Rudy Van Gelder original recording with Kevin Gray doing the remastering. Ah, beautiful. Kevin Gray does some great work, by the way. If you see the Tone Poets, grab them. They go out of print. They go out of press so quickly, your head could spin. They're like almost like mobile fidelities in jazz. Then another Tone Poet I got, one of the latest of Joe Henderson. Oh my God, great one on the original Blue Note, as you can see right here. Again, remastered by Kevin Gray, just top-notch stuff. And who's on this? A couple of bums, you know. Ron Carter on bass, never heard of him. You know, he's terrible. Oh, no, he didn't play with Tony Williams and Herbie Hancock and, Miles Davis. And, of course, Al Foster on drums. Just a great, great lineup. Of course, Henderson on the sax. Of course, we all knew that. But great, great jazz. Great stuff. These, get them when you can. Okay, they're $35. They're not cheap, but they are amazing. Best recording you can get of this. But if you like jazz, the way to go, and that's the way to go. All right, now the rest of these are the wild. They were all used albums. Some of them had to dig and dig and dig. Had to clean them up. 12-year-old Amontillado, go try that out. Some of them are in great shape, but most of them had to be cleaned. So if you dig through there, you get a better deal with John, because John doesn't have to clean them, obviously. You're paying for labor. So it took me about a week or two to get these all cleaned. Clean the album. Now, here's a little trick John and I have. I tried it, and then John's been doing it too. We both kind of been doing it, but we figured it out on our own. If you get an old album, buy an old album collection, and they're kind of musty, right? A little musty and smelly. One of the best ways to get the jackets to smell good is take a dryer sheet and put it inside. Let it sit for a couple of weeks, month or so. Cleans it right up. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to go alphabetical, because I'm being anal retentive. But we're going to go right through this. Some real... Okay, I got Adam Ant. King of the Wild Frontier. What an album. Great stuff. If you like the new wave, no wave stuff, loving it. Good stuff. Really good. Great shape. Original epic. Perfect. Some great songs on it. I'm not going to go through every one of these songs. I mean, maybe one or two I might, but I mean, I'd be here forever. So, Adam Ant. Very, very good myself. Gotta love. Next one, another hard one to find. Beach Boys. Don't see this one too often. This is the Beach Boys. Surf's Up, 1971. Has some pretty good songs on it, but not your typical Beach Boys album. A little bit more intuitive, a little bit more, innovative. It's not so, girls, cars, and surfing. A Day in the Life of a Tree, Surf's Up, Disney Girls, Take a Load Off Your Feet. Pretty good stuff. Good album. This is on the original label. So this was another hard one to find. You don't see this too often, so I jumped on it from my Beach Boys collection. And it's on the original, as you can see, the original label right there. See, look at that. Pretty good stuff. Okay, now we're going to get into my other boy, the Bee Gees. I got a copy of Children of the World. This is really good. This has a lot of the RSO stuff on the RSO label. This has a lot of the Saturday Night Fever stuff before it was on Saturday Night Fever. Obviously, they wrote songs that were not just on Saturday Night Fever, and this is one of them right here. So, cool stuff. This has a lot of cool stuff on it. I mean, it says, oh my God. This says, you should be dancing. All kinds of stuff. Can't keep a good man down. Children of the World the way it was. Boogie Child's on this. Yeah, so this is a very, very good album. I mean, if you like the Bee Gees disco era, which I do. And right before the disco era, we have Life in a Tin Can. This is another RSO Bee Gees. This one has a bunch of songs on it that I'm living in Chicago, Saw and Warning. This is a year or two before that, disco era, so a lot of the songs on this are good, but they're just not up to the popularity of the later Bee Gees stuff. So, I mean, look, When I Play, My Life Has Been a Song, Come Home, Johnny Bride, Method to My Madness. Good stuff, though. I like it. I like to see the progression of the Bee Gees. Then, another Bee Gees album, Live. Great stuff, playing all their big hits on this one. This one has, like, We Gotta Get a Message, Love So Right, Edge of the Universe. This has both old and new songs on it. Really good. On the RSO label, of course. Great stuff. Cool album. Pretty good shape. It's got a little hair in there, but the album's in good shape. That's all that matters. An oldie but a goodie. One of the first albums by this band, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. On the original Columbia 2i. Look at that. 2i. Ooh. Good stuff. This, of course, has Spinning Wheel on it. What goes up must come down. It's got all kinds of good stuff on it. This is in pretty good shape. This is a pretty good album. Again, had to clean it up a bit a couple times. Put it through the old machine, the Wayback Machine. Pretty cool. Another one. Alice Cooper, Killer. Oh my God, classic Cooper on the Warner Brothers. Not the Dark Green label, but mind you, the Palm Tree label. Good stuff on this. This has all kinds of Alice Cooper stuff on it. And it's got the fold out and everything. It folds right out. And I mean, if you remember the Alice Cooper albums back in those days, they always had like doohickeys in them. The School's Out, see there? This one kind of opens up like this, and there's a whole thing going on this one, I think. Oh yeah, does this open this way, I think? Oh yeah. So it has a calendar in it, see? Whole calendar and stuff. So yeah, it got pretty creative. That was a calendar for 1977, I think. I don't know. Okay. Doesn't tell you. Cool though, very cool. So you can count the days that Alice Cooper's coming to town and do his thing. Cooper's cool for the shock rock era, kind of the glam rock, the whole period of Alice Cooper, and that period of music. So yeah, that one taking out takes a lot of time to put back out. Oh, and then I got a run on Cheap Trick right here. I got Next Position Please, Dream Police. I remember that album. Cool album. And then of course I have Cheap Trick, their second album, and then of course Live at Budokan, the classic Live at Budokan, which John has a copy of this. Good stuff. Definitely, if you like the Cheap Trick, good stuff. Brian Ferry's solo album, right around the time of Roxy Music. Good stuff. Great Brian Ferry album on Atlantic. Really good. If you like Roxy Music, you're going to like this. It's very cool. A lot of the same players in it before Roxy Music really became Roxy Music. A couple of Peter Gabriel's. Best, one with Games Without Frontiers, and of course So. Both in great shape. Both Geffen record labels. Good stuff. Top-notch stuff. Of course, everyone knows about So. Moving along. Trying to catch up on my J. Giles. I got a little Monkey Island. This is really good. This has I Do on it and a bunch of other really good bluesy songs on the original Atlantic Yellow. Good stuff. Moving along into Grand Funk. I got Closer to Home. And of course, this one right here. I always forget the name of the Red Album. This is called the Red Album, but it's got a name, obviously. It is Oh, okay. Grand Funk Railroad. And it doesn't give you a name. I guess it's not a named album. Oh, I call it the Red Album. It's on the original Capitol, as you can see right there. Cool stuff. A lot of good albums. A lot of good songs on this. This got some of the hits on it, not the big ones. It doesn't have We're an American Band. That's on, of course, the Gold We're American Band album. But I like other stuff. Farner and Crew. Mike Farner and Crew. Great stuff. Jammin'. Trio. Can't beat it. Daryl Hall and John Oates. Not my favorite band, but I had to get this album because it has one of my favorite songs by them on it. She's Gone. She's Gone. Love that song. This is early Hall and Oates before they became, the hair in the 80s and the private eye watching you. You get it. So, yes, this is when a little bit better. Cool stuff. Speaking of solo projects, we got Mr. Don Henley's third album, I think this was. I Can't Stand Still, and then there was this. This one, of course, had Boys of Summer on it. This one's really good. This is not I Can't Stand Still. This is, what album is this called? I always forget. The Perfect Beast. This has quite a few on. Sunset Grills on this too. Really good. Original Geffen label. Good stuff. Harder and Harder album to get in good shape. I bet $50 I'll probably put this on MFSL because this has got like 3-4 big hits on it. So really cool. This one along with Smuggler's Blues by Glenn Frey. So if you're into the Eagles. Okay, another great album that has to be in everyone's collection, my friends. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Awesome clock. Original Epic label. Damn good stuff. I like Michael and his early stuff. He's cool. I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan, but I do like his early stuff. His first like 4 or 5 albums, and of course the Jackson 5. Just great stuff. Very instrumental. And you know what? I was looking at this. You got to see this. It's so interesting. You got to see, if you're into jazz and you find out who produced this. Do you know who produced this album, Off the Wall? Which of course was really the album that put Michael Jackson on the map. Quincy Jones. Great, great jazz musician. So, really good. This is some good stuff. Of course, Thriller was the big album everyone loved, but I like this one better, actually. This is the Michael I know. Joan Jett, early stuff right here. Awesome. Before she did I Love Rock and Roll, because that's the song she's known for. But this has a lot of cool stuff on it. Really bluesy band stuff on the original Joan Jett and the Hearts. Really cool stuff. Awesome, awesome album. If you like want to kind of expand your deep cuts, take a peek at some Joan Jett. Then I did a run at Billy Joel, a couple that I needed. Of course, I know it's a sin I didn't have Piano Man. I had to get a copy of Piano Man on Columbia. Then Nylon Curtain, which of course has lots of good stuff on there. Good Night Saigon's on that one. And then a copy of The Bridge, which I remember I got this on CD when it first came out. Great album, great album. And then Cole Help, of course, the Russian Concert, which he plays a lot of good stuff. Awesome albums. Billy Joel's great. I'm getting to the point where I may do a full show on him. I'm almost done with Billy Joel, so I should be doing him soon. There's 1 or 2 other albums I need of his, but I got some of the early stuff, the Cold Spring Harbor and the Real Hard Stuff to find. Okay, another one you're like, what else does he listen to? Well, I listened to Olivia Newton-John. Early Olivia Newton-John. Great album. It's got some really cool stuff on it. Her voice really sparkles on this. This was before she did The Grease and all that other stuff she did later and those silly movies she did with John Travolta. But cool stuff. She's a really good singer. I really got a lot of respect for her. A lot of people forget that. They kind of put her and Linda Ronstadt kind of in the back, but very good album. I mean, for $5-6, you couldn't be. If you love me, let me know. Good stuff. Good hit. Okay, another John, but a different John, not Olivia, but Elton. And we got a bunch of Elton Johns. These were cool. They were good prices, so I picked them up. Not all my favorite. Elton John's 80s period, and then of course we got his early stuff. Honky Chateau, awesome classic album. And this one, I don't know what this one is. This one has some good songs on it too. And then a live concert, London and New York. Pretty cool. One side's London, one side's New York. Good stuff. Gotta like Elton John. Speaking of the Johns, I got a really good copy of Imagine by John Lennon. This is a 71 early copy with the the label with his face on it and the original sleeve on the inside. Very good. This is a very nice copy, very clean. This of course has that song Imagine and some of the early John Lennon stuff. So I didn't have any John Lennon in the collection, so I figured this way to go. I'm not a big fan of Double Fantasy. I know it's his last album he did before he died. Everyone goes, but I kind of like this one. I might get 1 or 2 others, but one of my favorites. So John Lennon for the collection. Eddie Money. This is Playing for Keeps. This doesn't have any of the Eddie Money hits on it, but I like this as early Eddie Money. Like, Eddie Money was a police officer in New York before he became a singer. So this kind of got that kind of edge to it. Kind of cool, bluesy, fun stuff. All right, here's another album I bought as a double. And one of the reasons is that the original album I got was a Japanese pressing of it, and it has a skip in Spirits of the Material World, and that's a problem, because that's my favorite song on the album. So I got a beautiful copy over at John. Great price, too. Mint. Look at this. Looks like it just came off the press. Ghost in the Machine. Great album by The Police. Of course, has, everything she does is magic and everything. But I played it. What a clean copy. Absolutely gorgeous. Very good. These are like little finds. You got to go digging, and you find it. Okay, coming up to one of my favorites, sexiest girls in music at the time in the 70s. Absolutely loved her and her daughter. Carly Simon, No Secrets. This is great. This has got on the original Butterfly Electra label. And this has got You're So Vain. Of course, that's a great song. And of course, there's Carly. She's so cute. Always liked Carly Simon. Always had a crush on her when I was younger. She was just cute. And she's just had such a nice way about her in her songs. Great album. Gotta have some Carly. Oh, another one. A classic, Spandau Ballet and True. Of course, that's a great song. And this was the biggest hit in the 80s. This screams 80s. Ballet. Oh my God. Spandau Ballet and True. I mean, it just had that whole ethereal thing going on. It was cool. Great album. Good album. Oh, and I got another one. A little early Mick Jones before he was in the band you might have heard of called Foreigner. Spooky Tooth. Great stuff. I busted. It says right here, you broke my heart, so I busted your jaw. Great stuff. Cool on the original AM, early 70s. Good stuff. Great Mick Jones guitar work on this. Some really good singing. Good stuff. Mick Jones does some singing on that. Excellent. Speaking of that kind of rock, we go into 38 Special, and of course this has Wild Eyed Southern Boys, and this has, of course, Hang On Loosely. Very good. One of my favorite songs by them. I'm not a big fan of this band, but I do like this album. Pretty good. Of course, another album that I like to get is a band that changes all the time, Wishbone Ash. Of course, I have the other album by Wishbone Ash with John Wetton from Asia and King Crimson and UK and all that stuff. This is a great album, very rhythmic, lots of different styles of music on this, very beautiful. Wishbone Ash is one of those bands that you really have to check out. Good stuff. And we're getting to the end, and the last two classics, Mr. Stevie Wonder, of course. Of course, I have Songs in the Key of Life, and then, of course, I have Talking Book. Both of these have they're on the original labels. These both have classic Stevie Wonder hits. If you like Stevie Wonder. Some people don't. If you watch High Fidelity with Jack Black, they kind of, diss on him, but that's Stevie Wonder, so they can shut up. This just has some great stuff. This has a 24-page booklet in it, too. Just amazing. Great stuff. So, that's my haul. I hope you guys check it out and like it. It's like I said, you got to go digging. Whether you're at MAXJ Records, hanging out with John, or at a flea market, wherever you are, you got to do some digging and looking around. That's the great part of the hobby, just looking around. So those are some good stuff. So like I said, I just want to do what I call the long haul. So next show, I'll be featuring another artist again. So if you guys stay safe, that's Dog Vinyl for you. Take it easy, man.